everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my review of the new JACLYN Hill and MORPHE collaboration. This is the Divine Neutrals palette, and when I heard that this was coming out, I freaked out because one, I love JACLYN Hill and MORPHE collaborations. I have every single one of them, and two, I am obsessed with neutral eyeshadows, so I cannot wait to open this. I haven't even seen it in person yet, but when these palettes launched, I placed an order and I bought two of them so that I could have one and then I could put one in a giveaway. But then a couple days after the launch, I received a package from Morphe and they actually sent me the palette in PR, so thank you so much, Morphe, for sending this to me. I'm so freaking excited. If you guys didn't know, I do have my own code with Morphe, so you guys can use code PAIGE for 10% off. I will have the link down below. I will have my code down below, so if you guys are interested in picking up this palette or anything else from Morphe, I would really appreciate it if you used my code. It is an affiliate code, so it does help me out if you guys decide to use it. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and start swatching and applying eyeshadow. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and open up this package. It says JACLYN Hill Divine Neutrals Morphe on the front. We have some fun pictures on the sides. I'm so excited. I am so excited to finally use this palette. I have been so busy. I've been out of town. I have just been like so behind on everything. So I actually have several collections that I need to film in the upcoming couple of days. I also picked up the Morphe and Sour Patch collection. I ordered this when I was out of town, I'm pretty sure, and then it got here and then it just got pushed aside. So I need to film a video on this. I also ordered the Lunar Beauty Moonspell 2 collection, which I'm so freaking excited about and I need to film. And then I think I have, oh, the Glamlight collection. So Glamlight came out with like a happy hour type collection, and I purchased a few things because I wanted to do a review, but then they ended up sending me the entire, oh my god, let's see, I caught it. Okay, they ended up sending me the entire collection as well, along with this really cool like little shaker thing. So I have some extra products. I need to film this video, so as you can tell, I'm a little bit behind. But I still hope you guys will be as excited for this video as I am. So anyway, back to JACLYN Hill and Morphe. Here's the package, and inside we have the little info card here along with the palette. So now I have 3 palettes. And then they also sent me the Eye Master collection, which is the 8 custom eye brush plus bag set. Here is the packaging of the unit carton on the palette. It's really pretty. I like the neutral tones. Here is the back. I think that the packaging is super cute and nice. Let's go ahead and open it up for the first time. Oh my god, you guys. This palette is beautiful. I am so obsessed. It's a really nice size too. Like, it's definitely larger. Is that larger? Yeah, this is definitely longer than her like Vault collection, but it's a nice compact size, but it's still, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, it has so many beautiful shades. This is stunning. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm like talking through my teeth. I'm gonna kind of bend the mirror back. Here is what the palette looks like. We have an entire row of mattes and then an entire row of shimmers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We also have a really nice mirror here. So overall packaging, I think it's 10 out of 10 for me. I think it's nice, it's simple, it feels good quality. Nothing is over the top about it. It has everything that you need. You have the names of the shadows inside of the palette as well, which I love. So let's go ahead and get swatching. I'm gonna do swatches on the back of my arm and then I will run through the shades with you. Also, since this was like a JACLYN Hill video, I decided to use some JACLYN Hill lip products today. I have her lip liner in the shade Blonde on my lips. This is one of my favorite lip liners from her collection. And then I have the lip oil in Crystal Drip. This is just like the clear lip oil. I just put that on top of the lip liner and that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna go swatch and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna do like row by row. There's 2 rows. This is the first row. This is the matte row. From top to bottom, we have Chic Happens, Just Barely, Good Vibes, Boo Bear, Booked, and Cinnamon Roll. These all look super pigmented and creamy. I love the variation of undertones. Some of them are more brown, some of them are more red. We've got this really deep cool tone brown, which is stunning, and I think the variety of colors here is really, really nice while still remaining neutral. I've got to say, Morphe shimmers are some of my favorite shimmers. Let me just show you guys how pigmented and creamy these are. Like, look at that. That's insane. Like, hello. So here is the second row swatched. From top to bottom, we have All Luxe, Birthday Suit, Drippin', Risque Business, Striptease, and Exposed. These are so insane. Like, that's just one finger swipe of a swatch. Hello, pigment and beauty. Wow. Wow. I know there's a lot of neutral palettes out there already, but I mean, I think that there's always room for more neutral palettes. That could be an unpopular opinion, but my favorite neutral palette might be your least favorite neutral palette, and it all depends on skin tone and preference and, you know, undertone, literally, like, formula. Like, it doesn't matter. I think that there's never too many neutral palettes. So I'm excited, even though it's like another neutral palette. I'm excited to try this out in the eyes. I'm super impressed by the swatches. I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going for. I really don't know, so we'll figure it out as we go. I'm gonna use the eyeshadow brushes that came in the Eye Master collection. I will also have this link down below in case you guys are interested. I feel like everybody has this by now, but if you don't, I highly recommend it. I love her brushes. I have an entire cup of her JACLYN Hill Morphe brushes here, and I use them all the time. I actually used some of them today. So yeah, let's check out the brushes that we have in this collection. I also use these makeup bags all the time when I am traveling or if I need to bring a couple products with me. Those bags are just so beautiful. They're silver and sparkly, and they have a smooth finish, so the glitter like doesn't come off, and I'm obsessed. So here are the brushes that came in the brush set that I received. We have a nice variety of fluffy brushes, little smaller kind of like shader brushes, some detail type brushes, and I think this is a really nice variety. You can definitely create a complete eye look with these, like, for sure. I typically don't use too many brushes when I'm doing eyeshadow because I don't know, I like to keep things a little bit more simple, so I typically only use like 2, maybe 3 brushes while doing my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna play around with some color. Let's just kind of see how this goes. I'm gonna go in with the JH30, which is the largest fluffy brush. My eyes are not primed necessarily, but I do have some excess concealer on my eyelids that I kind of blended out, so that's going to be our eyeshadow primer today. So I'm going to go in with Chic Happens, which is this lightest matte here. I'm not sure how this is going to show up on my skin tone, but I definitely want to try it out. It looks like it's pretty light. I would say I have a light skin tone. Not fair, but not like medium. I'm like in between, and this shade is definitely lighter than my natural skin color. So this is a nice brightening shade. I'm just gonna kind of place that all over just as like a base, because why not? Now I'm gonna go into the JH32, which is a slightly smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna go into Just Barely, which is the second lightest matte shade. I never know if I should say second lightest or second darkest or deepest. I don't know how to say that properly, but you get it. This looks like it definitely will show up. This looks like a really nice kind of like transition shade for me. So I'm just gonna run this all throughout the crease. It seems to be blending really well, and it definitely has some buildableness to it. Does that make sense? I can pack on the color and it intensifies. There we go. I would say that this matte formula feels a little bit on the drier side, which causes some like kick up in the pan. It's nothing too crazy. Like, you probably can hardly even see that, but just wanted to mention that because I know that people have some strong opinions about matte eyeshadow formula, but I think that makes it really easy to blend actually. So far we're off to a good start. I'm gonna go in with that same brush, and then we're gonna move on to Good Vibes, which is this shade here, another matte, and then I'm just going to start by stamping this in my outer corner, and I am gonna bring this through the crease like this. So it's gonna be blended kind of like over the outer half of my lid and then through the crease. I'm gonna go with another matte in a little bit just to even deepen that further, but this is just gonna kind of create some shape and give us a nice base. These shades are blending out so easily, like it's kind of crazy, but you can definitely overblend these mattes. So if you overblend, the pigment will kind of go away, but I think that just makes it more user-friendly in my opinion. I hate mattes that are like super difficult to buff out, that you're sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to create a nice blend. This you could literally just like not even really pay close attention and blend your eyeshadow out really beautifully. So far so good. I think I'm going to skip over to Booked, which is this matte right here. This is pretty warm toned, it looks like, and again just using that same brush, I'm going to lightly tap this in my outer corner just to deepen up this kind of like outer V area, because I want like a neutral look obviously, but I kind of want to go a little bit more intense than I usually do. So I'm just gonna slowly build up that darker matte shade Booked in my outer corner. I'm gonna take a clean brush now and just kind of buff over these edges just to smooth them out and make them look a little bit less harsh. Now I'm gonna take this brush here, which is the JH43. This is like a, I don't know what you call this, a smudger brush. It's like flat and thin. And I'm gonna go into Boo Bear, which is this matte that we haven't used yet. Oh wait, have we used that one yet? Did I? No, I just swatched it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go into Boo Bear, and I'm going to smudge this along the upper lash line just to kind of give some definition to the lashes. I think this is really pretty, especially if you either don't like wearing eyeliner or you don't like, you know how to use eyeliner very well. That would be me. I like to just take like a deeper eyeshadow and kind of smudge it along the lash line, because it gives you the same sort of effect without you having to be overly precise, and you also don't have to use black. You can use like a deep brown like this, and it just kind of intensifies your lash line and it ends up looking really pretty in the end. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so for shimmer, I'm trying to decide what shimmer to go in with. I really want to use this one, but I feel like that's kind of like predictable, like that's definitely like what I would use. So maybe we'll go in with this really pretty gold shade right here. This is kind of like a, it's like a bronze, it's not really a gold. It's called Birthday Suit. I'm going to apply this with my finger, and I'm just going to start by pressing that onto the lid. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my god. I definitely think these metallics are best applied with your finger because, I don't know, I feel like it brings out the shininess, if that makes sense. But you can really pack it on and it looks nice and smooth and opaque. And you have minimal fallout. I can see a tiny bit under my eye here, but it's very minimal and definitely can be wiped away with a clean brush super easily. So I'm just gonna kind of bring that about halfway and just tap in between the shimmer and matte to kind of blend it. Now I'm gonna take the JH39, which is a nice little smudging brush, and I'm gonna go into Good Vibes, which is this like medium brown shade, and I'm going to run that along the outer portion of my lower lash line. I kind of brought it almost all the way in, but it's fine. Now I'm gonna go in with a brush that I can't do eyeshadow without. I'm sorry if I just kicked the camera. This is the E22 from my collaboration with Blinged Brushes. This is my all-time favorite inner corner highlight brush. it's incredible. So I'm trying to decide if I should use the palette or if I should use the highlighter that I applied to my face. I'm thinking I'm gonna use the highlighter that I applied to my face. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the Hello Halo blush lighter in the shade After Sex Glow. So I'm gonna go in with this color here. This is just more of like a golden champagne kind of highlighter. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in there and then just tap right in the inner corner. Just like that. This brush is literally perfect for this type of highlighter placement. It fits in the inner corner of your eye so perfectly. And ever since I started doing this, I literally can't do my eyeshadow without using this brush. I'm also going to take that highlighter up onto my brow bone here with that same brush, just kind of blending it into the rest of our eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna clean up any fallout that I might have, and I think that's gonna be pretty much it for the eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm thinking I'll do Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is just in the shade Super Black. I love this mascara so much. So I'm gonna put this on and I will be back for final thoughts. Alright you guys, so here's the finished look. I really love the way the eyeshadow turned out. Obviously this is a neutral eyeshadow palette, so there's only so much that you can do with it, but even though this is still pretty natural, it's quite different from what I normally do. I usually tend to stick to the more like pinky, rose gold type shades, and this is definitely more like warm toned and bronzy, but I still think it's super pretty and I really like it on myself. I think that it turned out super great, and I do love Morphe's eyeshadow formula. I would say that these shadows feel just like the JACLYN Hill palettes. The shimmers feel exactly the same, just like volume 1 and volume 2, so if you know you like those, I think that you will love this. I think this is so fun, and it's actually more of a deep palette than what I would typically think of as like my perfect neutrals. Like these 6 shades here are pretty deep, for me at least. I, again, tend to stick to like lighter neutrals, but this is gonna help me kind of, you know, venture into some more smoky eyeshadow looks, and I'm excited to continue to play with these shades. I think that overall this is a really nice complete palette. The only thing that I would add is like a highlighter type shade, and I know that you could say like you could use this shimmer as a highlighter. The only thing is that this is a pretty pink undertone shade, so it is very light and could definitely work as a highlighter for me, but if I'm pairing it with these other shades here, I feel like I would want something either more like neutral or even slightly champagne colored, like the highlighter that I did end up using on my eyes. This is like the perfect shade that I think could have gone so well in this palette, but like what would I take out? I don't know. So I think this is as good of a neutral palette as you can get in such few shades, so I'm a fan. It's totally up to personal preference though. If you guys were eyeing this and you were curious about the formula, it's definitely spot on to the other JACLYN Hill palettes, and hopefully this swatch has helped you guys make a decision. Obviously you can do whatever you want with your money, but if you're asking me, I recommend this palette, and it's only $18, which is pretty crazy. Like that's a really nice price for a palette. If I'm being honest, this kind of gives me like KKW vibes, like just the aesthetic of it, and I love that. Like I love that look, I love that feeling, that aesthetic. And for 18 bucks plus you guys can use code Paige for 10% off. I think it's a really good deal. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I do have 2 extra palettes. So I think I'm gonna give one away in today's video, and I will save the other one for a giveaway during Vlogmas potentially. If you guys don't know, I do Vlogmas, which is where I post a video every single day in December up until Christmas. And I do several giveaways throughout Vlogmas, so I think I'll save one of those for that. But if you guys want to enter to win the Divine Neutrals palette in today's video, I will have the rules listed down below. I also wanted to mention that I did have a giveaway recently on one of my other videos, and someone decided to create a profile and use my profile picture and was commenting back to you guys telling you to send them a WhatsApp message. But just know that I don't even have WhatsApp, so I will never ask you to send me a WhatsApp message. I need to figure out a safer way to do giveaways, because the thought of someone getting scammed because someone is out there and just wants to ruin the fun for everybody scares me, and I don't want that to happen. So for this giveaway, I am going to require that you guys leave your Instagram handle below, and that's how I'm going to contact you, is through Instagram DMs. So that way you know it's coming from me, Miss Paige Koren. The link is in my description box. My username is just Miss Paige Koren, no underscore, no anything. You guys should be able to click on the profile if someone sends you a message and see who it was sent from, and if it wasn't sent from me, it is not from me. So for this giveaway, it is going to be, you do have to leave your Instagram handle down below. I know not everybody has Instagram, which is why I try to avoid that, but at this point, I would rather, you know, not risk someone getting scammed. So until I can figure out a different way to ensure that, you know, no one's gonna get scammed, that's just gonna be what I have to do. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, the rules will be down below, and it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then leave any comment down below, including your Instagram username, so that I can contact you through Instagram DMs from my personal Instagram account. If anybody else tries to contact you any other way, it is not me. So anyway, that is today's video. Like I said, I will have the palette and the brush set linked down below. Don't forget to use code PAIGE for 10% off if you guys are interested in picking up any Morphe products. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!